to my channel. I know today it's like a really weird setup. We're in my dining room. It's a super gloomy day, which is like a rarity out here in California. So like the only lighting that's good right now is right here in front of this huge window in my dining room. So let's roll with it. The hair is up because I'm about to do some self-care. Both of my babies are sleeping. I don't know. And I just got out of the shower and I just like let my hair air dry. Is my hair curly? Because like I'm getting these little waves and like this never happened prior to pregnancy. I always had straight hair, but look, it's like, am I secretly a curly hair gal now? And I just didn't know it. That's way off topic though. Today, we are talking about my favorite subject yet again, which is baby names. Now, I love the really rare and fun and new baby names. I love that. Like, so many people get so scared to use edgy, newer sounding names, but I'm not. I'd love to give you guys some advice on some names that you guys might be able to use for your babies, especially if you're having a hard time finding anything online. I know those baby name lists can just be so long and then boring, and then you end up getting so confused because you hear a million names. I'm only going to give you 5. I'm going to hit you with the top 5 nature boy, earthy boy sounding names. So the first name, it's not so out there, but it is like a change of something that is, I guess, more heard of, you know, not that uncommon. And that is Forester. Now, Forester is of Scottish origin, and it means woodsman or lords of the hunting grounds or officer in charge of the forest. I love how this sounds. It is such a cool derivative off the name forest, which we all know. To me, Forester isn't too out there, so if you're scared to go way unique, this one might be for you because it's not so out there. Everyone will know how to spell it, and everyone will have at least heard of forest, and Forester is just a little bit of a switch up. It's a little tiny little zest to change that name and make it a little bit more unique, especially if you don't want him to have any like repeat friends or whatever in his class. I don't think Forester is going to be the one. I love it. It just still sounds like so old English, just so classy and so earthy. Now, I always add in a gender neutral name to my list because I love adding those. I feel like those are just great variety, especially if you're one of those people that are waiting to find out the gender of your baby when the baby's born. This next one might be for you. Radley. It's not so out there because we know of the name Bradley, but this is like a nice little derivative, a little change up to make that name new and fresh and revamped. And Radley means red meadow. It is of London-based British origin, and it's gender neutral. So it is such a cute, cohesive name, Radley. The cutest nickname ever would be Rad. And yeah, I just think that this is a nice, fun, earthy one that if you're looking for something that's like earthy, nature sounding, but it's not too crazy, like, you know, cypress or whatever, this one is going to be for you. The next name I am in love with. It just sounds so strong. For a boy, it is just so... it gets those hints of masculinity, and it's just, it's one of my favorites. If I would have had another boy, this is the name that I would have given him. And this one is Calyx. Now, Calyx is ancient Greek for husk or pod. So it is like, got those like farmish, earthy sounds to it, or tones to it, I guess, because of that origin. This name has like a really cool hidden meaning, which means a very handsome man. I don't know. I think that's perfect if you're gonna have yourself your own little boy, and especially if this is like your first boy, this will be such a strong name to give him. And it's got really good nickname possibilities too. So you can always go like Cal, which is like a derivative from Calyx, but it's not so obvious. And yeah, and there's a Y and an X in this name, so it's going to be super unique, giving your boy such a unique personality. And I guarantee you nobody else in that class is going to be named Calyx. So next on my list is going to be a really fun one. It is so short, but it's got masculine vibes, and it's earthy. Are you ready for it? It's Slade. Now, Slade is of English/Netherlands origin, and it means from the valley. So it is earthy and naturey enough to where it's got those hidden meanings for you, but it's not going to be so obvious. And I also don't think I've heard this one like at all out in the real world or even on a lot of baby name lists. You just don't come across Slade too often. It's going to be super easy to spell. It's going to be a good one, especially if you don't want a baby with a lot of like nickname possibilities. I know people want to have shorter names for that reason alone. Then this one might be for you. I'm gonna let y'all compose yourselves from that last one because I don't think you're ready for this next one. It is creeping up on those origins lists, so you gotta be like fast on this one because I do think that this name is going to gain popularity, but if you're okay with that, then you might still be able to use this one. And that name is Braddock's. It could also be Braddock with no X, it's just CK, but Braddock's to me is just so awesome. It has got those masculine tones, but it's so earthy and chill that it just feels new enough that, you know, it's going to be unique, but it's not so new that people aren't going to know like how to sound it out or what it is. I mean, it's got the name Brad in there, so if all else fails and your child wants to go with a little more common sounding nickname, Brad is going to be of use. But it's just so cool, and I feel like any names, especially with the ones that end in X, when it has like the CKS ending, it's just so unique. It just adds an extra flair. The name means broad oak tree or oak tree that's broadening. It gives those vibes of like old earth, like very strong roots, like just wise beyond your years, like a nice big oak tree. It gives off those very wise vibes from like a very old oak tree that's just broadening its oak branches. And it's just so cool. It is of English and hold on, let me check my list. Irish origins, so it does have some of those old roots, no pun intended. And it's just so cool and unique. So if you guys like these kind of videos, I know this was a quick one because I have to do them quick because my baby's naps don't last forever and I have to somehow fit skincare, food, cleaning, and, you know, my very favorite pastime, which is making videos for you guys. So all in the span of a nap. So let's see how much I actually get done. But I really appreciate you guys stopping by today. And I will be doing a lot more of this name series because I have so many awesome names that I would love to share with you guys. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already and hit that like button so that YouTube can try to push out my video to a little bit more people, just so that it can help me out because I feel like nobody watches this. So if you're here and you're watching it, let me know in the comments so that I can say hi. And yes, I will see you guys in the next one.
You glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you